excited. As you can see, we've started some conversations on Twitter about the webinar today. What I would want all of you to do is start retweeting this tweet. Let's see how many of you have made progress since last time. And I think we already have a question. So Meera has a comment. She has gone ahead and I think downloaded a app by Citrix. I think it's a GoToMeeting app. I should have reminded you. There is an app. I have used it in the past. Very convenient, very easy to use. I usually use that to do webinars on my phone. But the only challenge is, Meera, it does take away a lot of battery life, which is the reason I deleted it. But good, you've already gone ahead and proactively done it. Very good. Congratulations. Okay, we are at 2:30, so I don't see anybody else tweeting or retweeting our the tweet. So that means most of you are still struggling. Any questions on Twitter or anything we have discussed so far? I'll just give a few minutes on that, and then we can kick off today's session. Should we wait for a few minutes? It looks like we have only Meera here. Let's give it a couple of minutes, right? We have only one person. It will be interesting. Let's just wait for a second, because I don't want to repeat myself again, and then there are some issues on the recording. I just want to make sure that everybody's there right from the beginning. Let's give it a couple of minutes. Let's start off at 2:35. Okay, so Meera has a question. She wants to where to hashtag and what to post. Okay, so what I'd suggest is not really rocket science. Go to your search window and search for dental education, and if you go to the search bar here on TweetDeck and you search for dental education, you will see the handle dental education. So if you click on this, it shows all the tweets from dental education, and you can just retweet it or respond to it. Very simple. don't need to really make it complicated. All you have to do is search, and you can search two ways. You can either search through @dental education. Wow, there is another handle which says dental education. This is interesting. Now this is a typical, okay, this is interesting. So I didn't plan it this way, but fortunately or unfortunately it happened this way. Now this, and good, there are some other people joining it. So, so Meera, to your point, one thing I want to warn you and want to warn everybody is that there are a lot of bots or artificial intelligence on Twitter. It is estimated that between 30 to 40% of Twitter handles are actually bots. They're not human beings. There are artificial intelligence, and the key characteristics of artificial intelligence will be this: they'll have no tweets, they will be following nobody, they might have a few followers, and they won't be listed. So this is, and they won't have a profile picture, they'll have no description. This is a classic symptom of a bot or an artificial intelligence, which is basically a computer program that is running. It creates multiple IDs. Now these are the set of people that you really need to avoid, and you need to be very wary of. Never follow a bot, and if the bot follows you, fine, but don't get into too much discussions. So this is a very important learning, and it came up all of a sudden. Now why I said what I was trying to tell you is, you could either search for you could just search, don't even bother, search for dentist, for example, right? Search for the hack tag, and it gives you tweets and users. So you say, okay, the minute you look for tweet, the first tweet is our tweet on our session today. Very simple. You can reply to me, you can retweet, or you can favorite. Favorite is like, retweet is sharing, which is pretty high, or you can reply to me, which is more about engagement. Very, very simple. Don't need to worry about it. Just keep things very straightforward. I hope this helps you. So as we are beginning another session, any questions on the previous sessions? Any clarifications on Facebook ads, Twitter, TweetDeck, analytics, anything? We discussed cloud, we discussed Facebook, we've discussed Facebook ads, how to run campaigns on Facebook. We have discussed Twitter. We have looked at some automation tools for Twitter. Any questions on all those topics? So just as a matter of interest, what do I use Twitter for? If you see here, me and some of my friends, we start discussing about the match tomorrow between Manchester United and Aston Villa, and then there are obviously some discussions around my blog post, so things like that, general stuff. Okay, we have another question. Suggestions for a tweet as a dental surgeon. Yeah, see, I think what kind of tweets create the highest amount of engagement? So this is a question from Dinesh as to what are the suggestions, what are the suggestions for creating tweets. I will say, if you have an image or if you have a video, I think that in a tweet creates a lot of engagement, right? That creates a lot of interest. So that's number one. Number two, people normally like to retweet and favorite humor, if you send jokes, if you send something interesting, when I say jokes, I don't mean copy paste a few jokes from internet, but generally, you know, if you have something humorous or interesting to share, people like to share that. Number three, any kind of information, patient information, dental information, why you should brush twice a day, what kind of food really affects your teeth, how to tackle sensitivity, any interesting information about the state of dental health overall in India or abroad. Things like that are very, very interesting. And number four, obviously, you know, any updates you have to your practice, any change of your practice. I think those are the four categories I would like to keep all tweets in. Now, the difference between someone seeing your tweet and someone not seeing your tweet is the number of followers you have, which I assume at this stage is low. And the other thing is obviously the hashtags you use. We've been talking a lot about hashtags, why you should use dentist as a hashtag, why you should use your local city as a hashtag, because you know people who follow hashtags, they usually, its hashtag is like a channel, so you switch on a channel, you see everything that's on the channel. So it's very important for you to use those hashtags in order to, you know, when you create your tweets. So content, which is basically your, you know, updates, humor, photographs, videos, dental information, that's content. And then how you disseminate it, which is the hashtags, and who else you tag along with it. And obviously at any given point of time, please working on your followers. Now Dinesh has another question. He's asking okay. So here's one interesting tweet from dental education: invisible fillings, get one at home, dental clinic, Thane. So good tweet. I really like that. I am assuming this is ceramic or glass ionomer restoration, but very good tweet. It's a good image as well. The only thing I would recommend is if you had just hashtag Thane, because hash in front of Thane would make it a much interesting tweet. So let's retweet it. And I'm favorited it also. And I'll say interesting. So I use just be careful, make sure you choose the right hashtag. So the next question we have is from Dinesh again. He says tweets are very short-lived. Is Facebook a better platform? See, Facebook is a lot more intimate because people you're following on Facebook are people you know, assume you know them, right? But it's also very limiting. At any given point of time, how many Facebook followers would you have? 1,000? 2,000? But on Twitter, the following can be limitless. Number two, most of us will create Facebook content with a visibility of that only your friends who are connected to you and their friends would be able to see you. But on Twitter, anybody can read a hashtag. There is no privacy on Twitter, right? Anybody who you can type any hashtag here and read the content. Nobody can stop it. What I'm trying to say is, from a broadcast perspective, Twitter is a much better platform because it reaches a lot of people. The reach is phenomenal. From an engagement perspective, Facebook is slightly better. But Facebook is very limited. You can't go beyond a few hundred or few thousand people depending on how prolific you are. I've seen people who follow a lot of people also end up with about 1,000 people. So Dinesh, I hope I have answered your question on that. This question, Dr. Suvarna, you've not been able to attend the last 2 sessions. Yeah, and I know Dr. Mayur is analyzing and trying to get us the links from GoToMeeting. It'll take some time, but I think he'll be able to solve the problem. Will you be able to relate today's session? Yes, absolutely. Today's session is on LinkedIn. It's got nothing to do with what we've done so far. It's just I'm taking question and answers from the previous sessions. I want to make sure that that everybody's comfortable with it. I'm just taking a step back. As a dentist, I really struggled in the beginning to understand technology, and people are not really very helpful. So I've come from an era where I've really struggled with it, and I've learned on my own, made a lot of mistakes, and I just want to make sure that you are able to understand and appreciate what is around you, and you're able to use it to your advantage. Right now, perception of social media that it's either for kids or for teenagers or for celebrities, but the reality is that you can make a lot of impact if you use it very smartly. As a matter of fact, Dr. Mayur must have forwarded you the survey questionnaire that he floated, and I forwarded it to some of my dentist friends in Delhi, and one of them actually came back to me and sent me a set of links saying, this is my website, this is my Facebook ID, this is my Google Plus page, and it was remarkable to see how much progress he had made. And then he had a few questions. We met up for lunch in my last visit to Delhi, and then I had explained to him how he can improve. So this is absolutely, Dr. Suvarna, just coming back to your question, don't worry about it. This is on LinkedIn. Dr. Mayur should be able to handle the videos in a couple of days. And those videos were essentially, we covered a lot of Twitter. I think you covered the Facebook part, you were there. Last 2 sessions we've been doing a lot of Twitter and some tools associated with Twitter, like TweetDeck, which is the console open right now, right? Next question. Yeah, you can. Before and after you can. Now, if you look at, case in point is Dr. Mayur's photograph. Now, this is obviously the restoration prepared, which I assume is this upper second molar on the right side, I assume, yeah. And below is the restored molar. You can absolutely do it. So he's taken a simple picture, used MS. This can be done on MS Paint. You don't even need a graphic artist to do it. These are good photographs, but don't gross people out. Don't show like surgeries or a lot of blood, carcinoma. I don't think that's fair to show all that. So I would not recommend that. But before and after, just take the picture and just don't tweet the picture. Dinesh, you know how to attach a picture, right? Wait, let me be on the safe side. So you open this console, you can add an image. So you can add any image you want and just attach it. I think there's an image somewhere here, so I just attach an image. And the image is here. Now this I can tweet on top of it. Automatically, once the image is added, it reduces the characters, went down from 140 to 117, but you can add on top of it. So yes, absolutely, you should, if you do images, just write a little bit about the image, and just don't tweet the image. Okay, Dinesh, you're welcome. All right, perfect. So if there are any other further questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will start off with today's session, which is on Twitter. Let's look at this one last tweet. Again, we talked about humor. Humor in Twitter works very well. Have you been flossing lately? He flossed his cat, was a bad idea. I think this is brilliant. Good one, Dr. Mayur. Very funny. And Dr. Mayur is promoting Om Dental Clinic, which is your own clinic, Mayur? I think so. Okay, something wrong with your link is there, but no problem. Very funny. So this is exactly the kind of humor we should be doing. All right. So enough of. Do we have another question? Okay. We don't have any more questions. Any other question? Just a second. All right. No other questions. So I'll move from Twitter to LinkedIn, which is a very interesting channel. So let's go to LinkedIn. Let's go to home. LinkedIn was probably one of the first. First of all, before we start, how many of you have a LinkedIn profile? Just a simple yes would do. Yes means you have a profile, no means you don't. Okay, no response so far. Okay, Dr. Swarna has a profile. Who else? Okay, I see mostly yeses. Okay, good. So almost everybody has a profile, so you know what I'm talking about. This is what you see when you come to your profile page. I want to draw your attention to a few things. First and foremost, there are two kinds of profiles. There are regular profiles which have only this, and there are these profiles which say premium, right? So I have a premium profile, and this is just because I do a lot of advanced work on LinkedIn. You really don't need to go for an advanced profile. You can do a simple profile. No need to spend money on an advanced profile, but I have done it because I do some advanced analytics on LinkedIn, etc. So this is the first thing you will see. You will see simple 4 tabs, which is home, profile, connections, jobs, interests. We will be spending a lot of time here and here. Again, 3 or 4 tabs here, keeps changing. So LinkedIn has changed a lot. So LinkedIn is very shrewd. Okay, overall, what they do is they will run their beta test for a while. The minute Facebook or Twitter come up with something interesting, they will incorporate that into their profile. For example, if you notice this tab, I don't know if you remember, this is a feature they've copied from Facebook. Facebook used to has this feature, and they have copied it from here. Earlier, this tab never existed. We just had mails, and you had anybody who sends you a request to connect. So very smart people, they keep incorporating a lot of new ideas. They have a blog now which is set up. They have a messaging system just like how Twitter has. So they have incorporated a lot of features, but essentially LinkedIn was one of the first social media sites to make a profit. Earlier social media sites were never used to make a profit, but LinkedIn has always been profitable, and as of today they have revenues of almost $2.5 billion, out of which $2 billion primarily come from recruitment and HR related things, and about 500 million come from marketing related revenue, which is how you can run a marketing campaign on LinkedIn. That's what I use LinkedIn for. So LinkedIn is a very smart cookie. It's a very interesting channel, and it adds a lot of credibility to you if you're on LinkedIn. But let's start to explore what is LinkedIn and what are the important features, what should you be looking at, and how can you make most out of it. So we talked about engagement through Facebook, Facebook groups, Facebook page. We talked about Facebook campaigns, a lot of engagement there. We talk about broadcast, which is a lot about Twitter, how to use Twitter, what kind of hashtags to use, etc. Now we're going to talk a lot about how to maintain your professional profile online, and one of the biggest channels that helps you do that is LinkedIn. So let's look at LinkedIn, and let's straight go into profile. And let me get my control back, and you go to profile. You can see edit profile, who's viewed your profile, and your updates. So let me go to profile first. Now profile essentially, a lot of things that you can do. Now don't get distracted by all this, but let me just log this out for a second. The first thing I've done is I've edited my background to suit myself. This is a picture from my healthcare blog, and I've put it here. And you can do something similar. Take a picture of your clinic, your logo, your board, whichever you think gives a more personalized feeling to it. Use that as the picture in the background, right? And this is how the profile looks to me. If somebody from outside suppose a connection sees it, this is how my profile would look. It doesn't show the all-star and all. So you see this portion of my profile. I'm just telling you this because you should know how your profile looks like. My posts, who all people viewed, summary, my experience, things like that, right? And if you're not connected to somebody, what does the public see? The public sees this, which is only certain aspects about my profile, only what I want people to know. It doesn't show a lot about my experience and other things. So let's go back to what is visible to me, because that will be easier for me to explain from there, and I can edit stuff from there as well. So you can change your background. Just say edit background. You can choose any other image. I mean, this is my image, so I've chosen that. You can do something similar. And LinkedIn has this nasty habit of going on asking you questions, so be careful of what you share. You don't need to share everything. Now it says profile strength is all-star. Don't read too much into it in the beginning, but LinkedIn keeps giving you tips of how to increase your profile strength. And this is purely from a recruitment perspective, because LinkedIn, remember, makes about $2 billion from recruitment related activities. Doesn't apply to us in this current situation. What I'd like you to pay attention to is put your name as doctor, whatever, and don't just write dental surgeon or dentist at home dental clinic. So I won't like you to do that. Add something else which can help, maybe your specialization, areas of expertise. I want you to add something here, which is here in this area. You'll get a pen here, you can add that. Make sure you add your local area, because that's when dentists are very local. The more local you are, the more business you get. And then obviously what is your industry. Now let me see if dentistry is loaded as a separate industry or not. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. No, it's not here, so you might have to go for healthcare, hospital and healthcare. That's the industry you'll have to go to, right? And then write about your clinic name, any previous clinics or hospitals you were associated with. Your highest education will show up here, and then you can don't pay too much attention to this. This will come up later, and I will explain about LinkedIn posts in some time, but keep your summary about who you are, how you started your career. Make sure you push this on, because then whatever you update will be published to everybody who's following your profile, and start filling in your experience just like a normal corporate guy would do. But your experience should be more about credibility. Suppose you've been there for 20 years of practice. Give a rough estimate of how many fillings you've done. say 2 lakh fillings done so far or something like that. Make it interesting. Make sure that people pay attention to your profile when they read it. Numbers always matter. How many years, any extra qualification, any ISO certification for your clinic, things like that really matter, and so on and so forth. Now what you can do is in everything you can add videos, you can add presentations, you can add link, you can add photographs, you can add documents. So a lot of things that you can do. If you've written an article which has been published in some magazine, maybe you should just give a link of the magazine. Maybe you can convert it into a PDF, load it up here. You're receiving an award, make sure you put a photograph up here. If you have made a presentation on any of the initially when me and Dr. Mayur met, we did a lot of presentations for for the market motive course, but eventually we started doing a lot of hands-on sessions. But if you're doing presentations for any conference, etc., make sure you load it up here. Convert it into a PDF and load it up here, because it's very interesting. People come to know much more about you, and so on and so forth. For every one of your profiles, if you want to add something, keep adding here, and it will make a lot of sense, right? For those of you who are interested in seeing my dental qualification, which is something I'm still very proud of. Those are my 6 years as a dentist, and somewhere down the line I have my dental course is missing. That's strange. Freaky. Okay, so let me worry about it later. But you get the picture. So that's your profile. Make sure that it's updated. Keep it relevant. Add numbers which are relevant, etc., etc. On the right, you see how many people have viewed your profile, and you can click on this link and you'll come to this page. They will show that some 396 profile views have happened over the last 90 days. At times there are spikes, so if you look at the spikes, they're always associated with something. So here below they can say, you can see in this, as you can see on this time period, the actions taken were increased though my profile views decreased, which is very strange. So I added 11 connections, liked 7 updates, and just before that there was a spike in the number of people who are viewing me. Maybe I changed my photo actually. So you can, all of these are directly correlated. So you add a photo, change your photo, your profile views go up, right? Very straightforward. No rocket science here. How many people found you from LinkedIn search gives you a good idea of how many people found you online. 123 similar to you, 49 from the home page, from the mobile app, through LinkedIn, other sources. Other sources means unknown, could be Google or anybody else. What are the keyword searches? Skills, company name, title, summary or job description. This is a company I used to work for earlier. 11 people from that company viewed my profile, 20 from IBM. So these are normally the companies that will view me, and this also gives you the area. So 20 people from Mumbai and 21 from Delhi actually viewed my profile. 93 from Bangalore, this is where I live, which has to be the highest. And it seems sales guys are looking for me, and you will be surprised as to why are sales guys searching for a marketing guy. Just remember, for a sales guy, especially who's trying to sell marketing services, somebody who's trying to sell event sponsorship, some white paper sponsorship, any kind of sponsorship, I am a customer. For a sales guy, I am a customer, so they come up to me and pitch it to me, right? I think we have a question. Let's take that question now. Oh, okay, I thought I had a question. Okay, so no questions so far. I will let you know if a question pops up. And then obviously LinkedIn also gives you analytics for how do you rank among people, people like you, for profile. So these are some of the people who are most viewed. Obviously, I'm not there for whatever strange reason. And among my company members, I can jump directly to me. I'm 338% most viewed person in Dell. Right now, doesn't really help me. This is interesting actually. So I can jump to me among my connections itself. Where am I? I'm 396. This is just among my connections. So I'm not doing that well as I'm supposed to. You see, among my company, the most viewed person is Michael Dell, which is not surprising. And the second guy is a guy called Vivek Garg. I don't know what is he doing. Suresh Vaswani is there. So this gives you an idea of who's viewing your profile, and then also gives you an idea of where you stand among professionals like you. So among professionals like me, which is marketing guys, I'm 7th, which is okay. It could have been much better. Somehow I'm not gamed this as much as I should have. I haven't found that much time, but we'll get to it eventually. So that's all about profile. Obviously, I can see my updates regularly, and these are some of the updates that I've used. Just 1 second, let me see. I have a feeling I'm getting a question, but I'm not able to see the question. Okay, not yet. Alright, so these are some of my updates. I can see who's like them, who's not like them. So this is about profile. If you have spent time and effort on creating a LinkedIn profile, I'm sure you can spend some more time and effort in trying to optimize it and you know the benefits out of it. Dr. Pallavi, not really. I mean, see, the premium thing helps you do some other activities. This view is available to everybody. I mean, there is some limit to the analytics available to you, and there are some limits to the analytics available to you. So let's take a couple of questions first. I think a few have arrived, and for some strange reason I'm not able to view it on my console, but Mayur has been kind enough to put these questions up to me. Now, first of all, these views are available to everybody, even with a non-premium profile. But what the premium profile helps me do is send mails to people who I'm not connected to directly. Right now, I cannot send any mail to people I'm not connected to. But with premium profile, I can send mail. Number two, with premium profile, I get an additional layer of information which normally would not have been available to me. And that is purely out of my own interest. I told you I keep investing in digital marketing myself so that I can understand it better, and that's why I've invested in a premium profile. You really don't need a premium profile. You can get such views with a non-premium profile as well. On the second question with Dr. Meera asked, where is Institute of Computational Biology? It's in Bangalore. It's in Corporation Circle. If you're interested, I can give you further details. There was a move in 2007 for me to get into the life sciences industry, so I needed some background in clinical research and clinical data management, and that's why I've done this course. To be frank, I've never used that knowledge. I've never used it. Ever since then, I went into sales and then I went into marketing, so I've not really used that knowledge. All right, any other questions? Okay, so very simple. don't worry about it. I'm just trying to show you what all you can do, and keep LinkedIn will keep popping up questions. Do you have any patents? No, I don't. If I had one, it would be on it. So don't get too worried about the number of requests you get or the questions you get. But yes, it is a very good channel to take advantage of, and you should keep your profile updated because that can really help you build your reputation. Yeah, I'm coming to that, Dr. Pallavi. How do we target people? I mean, there's a lot of question about targeting. It almost feels like we are in a shooting class. How do we target this? How do we target this guy, that guy? Yeah, we'll target everybody, don't worry. That's what we are here for. So this is all about profile. So how does profile help? Let's going back to the question of targeting. So I go to google.com. I do so much mehnat on the profile. How does it help me? So has anybody done this exercise? You type your name and see what comes up. And if you can see my page, I think all of you can see my page. So I've Googled myself to see what comes up, and obviously if some things about me are coming up, it's not that there's somebody else. So this is my website, this is my healthcare blog, these are a few articles I wrote, and yeah, no wonder I'm falling behind. LinkedIn is not showing up on the very first page. Normally it shows up on the very first page, but it's not showing up. Let's look at page 2 with LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is coming up on the second page. So normally if you keep a good profile, and in my case probably I have too much else going on as well, so that's why LinkedIn comes up on the second page. But if you update your profile correctly, LinkedIn will show up very high when somebody searches for your name. Can we play one simple game? I want all of you to just type your name with the doctor and tell me in the first 5 results that come up when you type your name, your full name, doctor, whatever you're known by in your professional field. I want you to tell me first 5 results, are all 5 you, or is there somebody else that's not you, and what are those, just put a comma, what are those sites that show up your name, or what are those sites that come up? Has everybody understood this game? So let's play that game. Each one of you type your name on Google right now and tell me what are the 5 results that come up. Question number 1 is all 5 of them you. How many of them are you? Number 2, what are those sites? Put in a straight line only. Write the name of the site and comma, comma, comma. In the meantime, as you're doing it, let me take up one more question from Dr. Meera. Is it necessary to upload photos on your profile? How important is this? How does it help? Usually I don't like people who don't add photos because there could be two people sharing the same name, and it's very common in India, especially in North India, where I don't know how many Amit Kumars are there, how many Rahul Sharmas are there. You try looking for Rahul Sharmas, you'll get hundreds of them, right? Let's do an experiment here. Let's try Amit Kumar here, and see how many Amit Kumars are there. And if I don't have a photo like this guy, I don't know if he's the same guy. So I have to look at his description. So there are people who have not put their photographs, and their search results go into 10 pages. So what I'll recommend is, pictures are very important. Builds Okay, so pictures are very important. They kind of help you build trust, give a face to that name. It is considered professional. I would request all of you to add a picture, um, and, uh, and you know, some people go to the great extent of taking a professionally taken photograph. But if you don't, then fine. So let's start with the fun games. So Dr. Dinesh was the first of the mark. I think, yes, he was the first of the mark. Now his first, so Dr. Dinesh, I assume all these 5 people, results that showed up are actually you, right? So he's on Practo, Mira MD, Just Dial, Gurgaon on Call, Coach Guru. So that means you are optimized to some extent, and you are showing up there. Dr. Sanyogita, Practo, LinkedIn, Facebook, and the rest are the doctors. So now you already see the importance of being on LinkedIn. And Dr. Dinesh, you are on LinkedIn, but the first 5 in LinkedIn is not showing. And have you typed for only Dr. Dinesh, or you've typed your full name, I assume? So that's interesting. We can come back to that later. Dr. Meera. Okay, first page is yours on Google. First is Liberate and second is LinkedIn. Okay. Dr. Suresh, only in Practo, which is interesting. And you don't have a LinkedIn profile, or you still have it? Yeah, you sign up at one place, Dr. Dinesh, and then suddenly the name travels here and there. So don't worry about it. As long as they have not misrepresented anything, I think you should be fine. So Dr. Meera, you are on Just Dial, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter also, but it doesn't show up when you type your name, right? That means you know, the association with these sites is not strong. If you upgrade your profile on Dr. Panna, Practo, your own website, and the rest does not show. So I would recommend all of you to start building out your Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn profiles, and within a couple of weeks, these will start showing up when somebody searches for you. First profile is somebody else's. Practo, Just Dial, Save Time, Library. See, but Just Dial and the others, they are you know, synchronizing your profile from somewhere else, from some yellow pages or things like that. I would recommend to control your online identity. You need to build up your profile the way you want to be viewed, not the way somebody else is feeling. See, look at the power you have with LinkedIn today, or with Facebook today, or with Twitter today. You can actually put out your profile the way you want it, right? Liberate and Just Dial. Okay, Dr. Aparna. So I would recommend again. Okay, you're on Sulekha, but Sulekha, are you registered as a dentist, or as somebody who's buying and selling something, right? So I would recommend that all of you, if you build your profiles according to your you know, qualification, how you want the world to see you, it's a very powerful tool, and this is a very powerful weapon. I mean, I use, if you add dentist, then LinkedIn shows. Okay, yeah, we need to. So I think optimization is required for all of your sites. We call it on-page optimization, which is different from off-page optimization, which is a lot about search engine optimization and meta tagging. But I think on-page optimization is about the keywords that you use while filling in your profile. And I think it's very, very important. Dr. Sanyogita says that India Mart, Protect Dental, Just Dial. So if normally if you just keep your profiles up to date, the first 3 searches would give you Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. It doesn't happen in certain cases like mine, because I have so many other things going on. Twitter does show up on the second page, but my first 5 are my own blog, my healthcare blog, an article from my healthcare blog, and my indie blogger profile. So, which is not bad. Yeah, no, it's possible. But see, Google is picking out only what is relevant. What is relevant as far as you are concerned. Here, Google is very smart. It looks at relevance. It looks at association between me and these pages. And every time somebody has searched for my name, if they've picked out this blog, then they've kind of associated it, and then they have made it higher, right? Anyway, a good exercise, but that gives you the importance of putting up your profile. I'll also say that putting up your picture is very important, so I would recommend all of you to do it. Now let's look at targeting people, right? So one way of targeting obviously is pulling up your profile, making it as descriptive as possible, so that there's a natural pull. When somebody searches for you on Google, LinkedIn also shows up. But what else can you do on LinkedIn? And we're going to talk about, we're going to spend some time looking at interests. First, you'll see companies, not very important for you, right? I wouldn't want you, I mean, we'll explore it right now just for academic interest. This is not going to help you in any way. But let's look at companies, and it shows a whole set of companies that sometimes I follow, I like, and it should not help you, it should not affect you at all, because these are all normal stuff. LinkedIn bought some company, so this is of no use to you. So don't bother with this tab. The tab you should be really bothering about is groups. And what happens at groups? So groups are essentially like Facebook groups or Facebook pages. These are groups that we can get into, you can associate with, you can grow, and these are a very important source of networking which you might find with other dentists. So let's look at dental, and I will say I want to look at groups and search. So there's dental technician, which has 20,000 members globally, dental speakers, dental practice management consultants, dental educators, 19,000 members globally, dental sales professionals, 19,000 members, dental marketing, dental implant, etc., etc. These are all dental groups, right? Let's try dental India, because that's where the rubber will hit the road. These are all, I'm 100% sure they're all American groups. Dental teaching faculty India, bunch of all your professors, former professors sitting here. Dental care and tourism in India. Now this talks about dental tourism, very interesting. I don't know if you'll be interested in getting foreign patients, but looks like an interesting group here. Dental informatics. Yeah, so then dental speakers and opinion leaders in India, dental and medical education in India, Indian dental world, and you see the number of people come down. Indian Dental Association, 3,200 members. So this is a lot about. Can you hear me now? Can everybody hear me now? Okay, all good. Okay. So these are actually professional forums that you need to investigate in order to understand what is very, very important. What are the kind of forums that are available to you for networking with other dentists, especially the global ones, and some of the Indian ones sound interesting. I might come back and relook at some of them. Right, so that's the first use of using a group. To join a group is very, very easy. Suppose let's take Indian Dental Association, and so it's a private group. That means if you say join the group, it will go through an admin, and the admin has to join you in. There are quite a few dentists who I know, including Dr. Mayur here, who is also on this group. Incidentally, I am not on this group. So quite a few dentists are here, and it's a good place to network. Network only, right? You're not selling dental services to them. There are two other sources where you can get some information. Any questions on the groups? Wait, before we do that, let me show you what all you can do with groups, right? Just for your information. So I'm not a part of those dental groups. I'm going to pick up any other group. Let me pick up the Smarter Planet group, Smarter City group. This is a group, this is an IBM group. I'm still internet is running slow. Okay. So it's the IBM Smarter Government group where I can come in and comment. Ideally, I shouldn't be able to because I'm no longer with IBM, but looks like nobody is taking the pain of kicking me out of here. I have discussions. That means I can put up a post and start discussions here. I can promote. Suppose you have some special feature, you can definitely promote activity. And you know, all the promotions that you send. Suppose you say a limited time offer on some dental procedure, you can put it up here. Jobs should not interest you. Members will give you who all are there. Search, you can search for discussion of people. Manage, because I was the admin of this group, and that's why I was asked to manage it. Now I can still manage it, but I don't because I'm not supposed to be on this group, right? So this is what you can do with groups. Very, very useful for networking, not really for generating more patients or creating more patients. Then there is Pulse, which I would say is was a channel that LinkedIn acquired, and it basically gives you news. The advantage of Pulse is you can go to Discover, and you know, you can based on your LinkedIn profile, based on your profile, LinkedIn will throw up certain people who you should be following, or certain areas of interest. So there will be one set of people, one set of areas. So according to LinkedIn, these are the people who I should follow. Okay. So, and these are the people I'm already following. Maybe I should do a smart thing and follow Michael Dell, which I'm not doing right now. But anyway, so it gives you a sense of what's. It's like a news channel, except it's online, and it is the content is purely driven by analytics. And then there is education. Again, this is of academic interest to you. So you can, you know, basically this is for students. It's like a new revenue that LinkedIn is trying to generate by connecting students. If I give my alma mater, if I can give my alumni, and they will start telling me information about my alma mater, like Manipal and IMTC. IMT is already here, so it's showing that I'm following IMT Ghaziabad because I did my MBA from there. Not really of interest to you, but more academic, but groups should be interesting. So if you come back to home, there is one feature of LinkedIn that I think you should take advantage of. And if any of you go to home, there is one place called Publish a Post. Does everybody have it on the LinkedIn profile? Just go to your LinkedIn profile, go to home, and on the right hand side here you should see Publish a Post. Does everybody see it? Just type yes, because it's very important that you have it on your profiles. You don't have it, Dr. Padavi. Very interesting. Dr. Dinesh has it. Does anybody else have it? Oh, it's, you can't see it on the mobile version. Are you on the LinkedIn app, Dr. Pallavi? Android or iOS, it doesn't matter. Are you on the LinkedIn app? This one, Publish a Post. This icon. Okay, so LinkedIn app is one of the worst apps I have seen, mobile apps. It's not good. So you need to see it on a desktop. Just check on a desktop, you should have it. Yeah, I know, but Dr. Mayur, this LinkedIn app is not very good. They have not worked too much on it. It's just run away from them because their success and their growth has been phenomenal. And now they're too big to customize a lot of things. Anyway, so I'm assuming most of you have it. Click on Publish a Post. And now this is the biggest advantage of LinkedIn which you can use. What you should do ideally is, those of you who want to blog but haven't been able to blog for a while or don't know how to start a blog, don't worry. LinkedIn has this platform which is almost similar to a blog. Let's erase all the very, very simple. All you have to do is, have an image here, and you can just click any image and select it here, and then you can go down, write your headline with your name or whatever, and start writing your blog post. A very simple solution to a very complicated problem of blogging. It is visible not only to people who are following you on LinkedIn, but it's also visible to people outside. It's very public. There are some privacy settings, but you don't need to worry about it, and you can save it if you're not finished, and publish it. Always remember to add tags like dentistry or whatever is your area of your blog. Keep your blogs only professional. Don't start writing about life and your trip to Khandala or anything like that, because that will really dilute your presence online. Stick to business, stick to what you want people to know you for, and in this case I think the mandate is very clear that you want to be known for dental surgery, so write only dental specific blogs. Don't write any other blog on this forum. Right? I think we have a question. Any question on this? Yeah, it will show up. It will show up on Google search as well, but it takes a while. But your LinkedIn, you know, the more you write, the more it shows up on LinkedIn, and that way your LinkedIn profile also gets pushed up. But this is a very new feature. When I say new, I mean last 6 months. And earlier you had to request share a tweet on LinkedIn. Yeah, you can. So 1 second, Dr. Dinesh had a question whether you can share a tweet on you can tweet your blog post. Yeah, you can. You can, 100% you can, because once you finish your blog post, the link for sharing that comes, it is, you know, a lot of people have integrated Twitter onto their LinkedIn profile, so you can tweet directly. You can just, I'll show you how to do it. It's very simple, and then you can start tweeting. You can finish your blog post and it'll automatically, it'll say send a tweet. You can say yes, and it'll send a tweet. The other thing is, you know, when you do write a post, a blog post, make sure to share it not only on LinkedIn but also on Twitter, on Facebook, everywhere, right? Now Dr. Meera has a question. This is all on the app only. Dr. Meera, I'm not very sure what is your question. This is a feature of LinkedIn. The app is limited, I am saying. So this is a general feature of LinkedIn, so you can use it from anywhere, any laptop, desktop, anywhere. I don't know how easy it is to blog from the phone. I've never tried and I don't like it also, but I think you can use a desktop for it. It'll be much more useful. Any other questions on this? Okay, good. No more questions. Right. So let's let me erase this drawing. Let me go to privacy and settings. Oh God. Okay, so if you come here, you can control a lot of what you can see. Turn off or on activity broadcast, select who can see your activity feed, select what others see when you view their profile, turn on off your rank, select who can see your connections, choose who can follow your updates, change your photo, manage who you're blocking and block people. Now this is where it says manage your Twitter settings. You can add a Twitter account here. So I have to go here and add my Twitter username and password, and then it will link to the Twitter account. And what happens then is, you know, when I so when you try to tweet, like share an update, and I can just click, I can put a word update, So I can say share with everyone plus Twitter, share with everyone, share with just my connections, share with everyone plus Twitter, and it does it. It makes sure that the tweet is automatically sent um, to your Twitter handle. Same thing happens here. If I want to publish a post, I write all this content. In the end, when I save, I can then publish it to Twitter directly. I don't need to really go back to Twitter again and relaunch the whole thing. So it's important to be cross-functional in this. I can show you some other tools, but I don't want to confuse everybody. Just like last time, there was a bit of confusion when I wanted to go into one of the serious tools. But overall, LinkedIn is a lot about account settings. If you're on WeChat, you can link that too. You can edit your name, industry, profile. You can edit your communications, frequency of emails, and sometimes they send you mails to participate in the research. You can turn those off as well if you don't want them. I have turned most of them off. And then, LinkedIn is a lot about HR. It's a lot about recruitment. So a lot of these activities are essentially recruitment related activities, and people keep reaching out to you asking if you're interested in this job or not. So overall, a very, very interesting channel, should be used very effectively, especially for building your profile. LinkedIn is highly valued. A lot of your patient base should be on LinkedIn, especially if they belong to corporate India. So a lot of you who are close to offices or have a lot of people who work in corporate India, mostly in the private or the public sector, they would be having profiles on LinkedIn. That means that if you do share that you have a LinkedIn profile, it makes it easier for them to connect with you, and also it helps other people like them find you much easily. Also, not to forget, LinkedIn is a highly optimized website, and a lot of the links from LinkedIn are visible on Google when somebody searches for you. And I expect that after these sessions are over, your top 3 searches, apart from your own website, when somebody searches for you on Google, should be Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, right? Any questions you have before we step into the final segment? And just give one few seconds break. Anybody has a question, we'll answer them. Otherwise, we'll move on. Okay, no questions. Well, I'll move on to the next segment. Now, so far we've learned how to use LinkedIn, how to use Facebook. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot one portion of it, but I wonder if it's useful to you or not. But just for we have to have a complete picture. So I'm going to just show you one more thing. It is expensive, and I don't expect a lot of you to use it, but let me show you what's a LinkedIn campaign. Now, all of us run campaigns, and some of us run campaigns on LinkedIn, and now this, do we have a question? Very good question, Dr. Pallavi. I think it's a very, very important question. Now, Dr. Pallavi's question is, should she be updating all the social media profiles every day? And otherwise, what should be the frequency? Now, in my opinion, this is the ideal spread. I would ideally like to do this. Twitter 2-3 times a day. So that makes a total of, and that's only for working days. So if you remove Sunday, and as you're working on Saturday as well, that makes 6 days. So that's about 18 tweets a week. Minimum 3 tweets a day, 6 days. You give Sunday off. 18 tweets a week. LinkedIn, I would say once a week is more than enough. Once a week is more than enough. You should just post once a week. On the other days, you should just check if there's any activity and then respond to any questions that people might ask you. Facebook, I think at most 2 posts a week, not more than that. Remember, LinkedIn and Facebook, both of them require certain degree of preparation, because you'll have to create an image or add a video, and there's some pre-work required for it. So for those, I would recommend keep it only twice a week for LinkedIn, for Facebook, sorry. Keep it once a week for LinkedIn, and then about 3 tweets a day for 6 days on Twitter. So that should be your optimal spread. Now you can try any degree of permutation and combinations with it, but that's what I would do if I had a choice to do it. But very good question, Dr. Pallavi. Now another question that has come up is, should tweets be business oriented or only social oriented? So this is a very interesting dilemma, especially for doctors, because we are at the end of the day, it's a noble profession, still noble, though we charge people and people think we charge a bomb. There's a joke, whenever I go to the US, people ask me, you were a dentist and you left it, had you been a dentist, you would have been a millionaire. And I'm like, not really. Not really, not all dentists are millionaires, but so there's a perception we make a lot of money, but at the same time it's a noble profession. So this is my recommendation. Try to keep a balance. Too much business may backfire, because it's after all a noble profession, and we should keep that dignity intact. So maybe do a 50-50 split. Have some health tips, health guides, dental education kind of posts, and then have some business oriented posts. All business will look very bad, all social will look as if you are running Red Cross and not your private dental clinic, right? So I think a good balance is good. Again, another excellent question that has come up is, should a dentist tweet from his personal handle or make a separate one for the clinic? Managing 2 handles together is sometimes a pain. At the same time, if you want to have an entity, it depends on what you post on your, for Facebook, for example, I always want you to have a separate page for your clinic, because I don't want people to see where you had dinner, where you had breakfast, where you're going on holiday, and that kind of information people don't need to see. So you need to maintain a separate profile. If on LinkedIn you're going to comment on Twitter, for example, if you want to comment on the India-Australia match, why India should have won, why Deepika Padukone is a hypocrite, and things like that, if you are into that kind of content, then I would recommend that you build a separate Twitter handle for your clinic. You have to be very controlled over what you tweet, and sometimes these things can backfire. So if you are slightly emotional and get carried away and like to get involved in a lot of social issues which are non-healthcare in nature, then I would recommend create a separate handle for your clinic. If you are very not very that keen on promoting stuff on Twitter, talking about films or cricket or any of the other thing, politics for example, and this handle is essentially for your business, then in that case I would say keep it to one handle, that is your official personal handle or your named handle. Otherwise, create another one for your clinic and let the two be separate from each other. I hope that answers your question. Another example that we can give is some people have their name as their own name and the handle as the clinic's handle. That's also fine. A good example is Dr. Mayur, who has he has his name as Dr. Mayur Dabda on Twitter and his handle is Om Dental Clinic. That might be also a good strategy. But in my case, I don't have it. My handle is Dr. Vikram and my name is Dr. Vikram Venkateshwaran. So, but I'm much more controlled over what I tweet, and I'm very careful that it should not come back to me someday that I said this on Twitter. Better separate the two entities if you're not very clear. Any other question? Okay, so let me get into this. What is targeted advertising? Again, let me be very specific. It's very expensive. I don't expect dentists to run campaigns on LinkedIn. Not like Facebook, which is very, very simple. It was cheap, but this is expensive. So what it does is I can find my audience. So I'll say geography is Asia. So I'm running a thing for Asia, right? Job function is, I'm saying IT. Seniority is CXO. And industry is let's take medical. Job function, let's take healthcare, right? Okay. So what you see below is the estimated target audience it's giving that in Asia. Can I go drill down to India? No, I can't. I can only do Asia, right? Yeah. So in Asia, in IT, let me remove IT as a job function. Even it goes down further. In Asia, at the CXO level, which is the CEO, CMO, COO level, in medical, in healthcare services, there are only 2,870 people on LinkedIn. Right? And now I have because this is, my content is specifically geared towards these people. So I'm going to create a campaign very specific to these people. So I'm going to say, okay, create a campaign. And now I can either create an ad with either text, image or video, or I can do a sponsored content which is something like a white paper or a thought leadership paper. So let's say I'll say sponsored content It asks me in which language, which company is this language for, and it says you need a company page, and if the company does not have a page, it will immediately tell you that your company does not have a page and you should create a page. And when you go into that, you will see there is some sponsored content from Dell that is already up there, right? So I cannot see the direct sponsored content. I have to contact my company admin page, but these are all the updates from Dell that are already up there, and I can choose any one to run a very targeted campaign. And once I select one, I don't want to do it because it starts sending out mails to everybody. But once I do it, it asks for a payment. The payment is very expensive. That's one challenge with LinkedIn. It costs anywhere. I mean, you can run a campaign for a few days, and it will cost you like $10,000 or something, which is very, very expensive for an individual. That's why this is of academic interest only. Okay, some more questions that are coming up. Writing a post about a dental treatment before or after a case, will it get prominence on LinkedIn? Yeah, I think the answer is yes. People always like to see results, even on LinkedIn. And just remember, if you create content for LinkedIn, you will share it over Twitter and Facebook as well, and people will read it. And always when you fill in your LinkedIn profile, and when you fill in if you try to do a post on LinkedIn, always give a link of your website, and when you do that on your LinkedIn profile as well, add your website, because you want people to come to your website, draw more traffic to your website. And that's why you should start investing in writing posts which draw traffic to your website, and any backlinks from LinkedIn to your website is very good for the search engine optimization of your own website, right? And make sure that the posts are related. When you call them back to your website, they should see similar content as what attracted them on LinkedIn. If they see something serious, different on LinkedIn and something very different on your website, they may not be interested. So next question is whether it's worth investing money on paid marketing or investing time on writing great posts. Good question. I think without good posts you may not get any visibility at all, and sometimes with good posts you may not need to spend money as well if the post is interesting and it attracts people. But I feel that at some stage in your journey in the clinic, you might need to start investing money. So I would say that if you write a very good post, very relevant post, and you think that it's going to be of great interest, make sure you put some marketing money behind it. Otherwise, I would always recommend to have better content than spend money on marketing. Okay, we had one more question. Yeah, see, one of the advantages of using LinkedIn, especially to to cater to the corporate crowd, is that sometimes you get this opportunity to get empaneled as a dentist for that company, and that is very, very useful. You might be invited in to do dental camps. All these companies have health talks. You might be invited to come and do a dental talk, and that will increase your visibility and your acceptability among this corporate crowd. So I think and there are a lot of advantages of using LinkedIn. And as far as the question is concerned, I think it will be a great idea if you start pitching in directly, especially with dental education. and then use that as a route to get your acceptability higher within the company. Yeah, I think there's another question about talking to HR on LinkedIn for holding a camp in a company. I think it's a great idea. I think there is possibility, obviously, of doing this, and I mean I see a lot of doctors coming in and talking at sessions in a lot of organizations, and I think it's a great idea to do it. This is the time and effort you invest in thought leadership, and your social presence really adds on to it. Because suppose you send a note to a HR manager in the company and say, I want to do a dental camp in your campus, the first thing he might do is search for you online, and if he finds all this stuff about you, great content, presence on major social networks, talking about dental education, dental health, I think your chances of getting accepted there are much higher. So I think that's all the time we have for today. It's almost 4 o'clock. Just a recap, we learned LinkedIn today. We understood how to leverage LinkedIn, how to build your profile, how to use LinkedIn groups, how to actually I taught you how to build a campaign on LinkedIn, though it's very expensive and it will be better you don't do it. How to leverage Pulse to find out the latest stats in your industry, and finally how to write a post on LinkedIn and make sure that the post conveys the right message, it's linked to your Twitter handle, and you know, you can get a lot of prominence while catering to the corporate audience in your company. So this concludes the LinkedIn session. We have completed Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. If you have any questions, let's connect again soon. But we are nearly at that stage where now we should be looking at some tools, some analytics. So next time I'm going to be doing one tool, not a complicated tool, a very simple tool, where I'll be looking at, can you use one platform to post at different places together? And let's look at that. We saw TweetDeck, and we only used to doing it Twitter. But let's look at some of these other platforms, and hopefully your your video issue would be solved by then, so that we can move on to the quiz finally, which you have to take at the end of the session. So I want to make sure that all of you have the videos and you've gone through the archives, because the quiz is going to be slightly tough. It's not going to be easy. I want you to earn that certificate and not get it very easily. So good luck, and till we meet next time. Thanks a lot. You've been a great audience. Bye for now.